Hey everybody, Matt here, back with the Relief Valve podcast. First, I wanted to thank everyone for getting us over 400 followers here on TikTok. You know, some people have 250,000, some people have 1 million. I'm just humble and happy to have 400 and have my page still running. So thanks for everybody that's joined up. Now we're going to get to India and Pakistan fighting each other here. So I jokingly said that this will not only be the stinkiest war, but it will be the best smelling thing on the battlefield will actually be the dead bodies. But let's not get bogged down on who's the stinkiest. Let's talk about, I sound Canadian. Let's talk about what's happening over here. So this is what I'm looking for. Here we go. Nuclear-armed Pakistan and India have vowed to strike each other after a deadly blitz killed dozens. Pakistan's prime minister blamed India for igniting an inferno in the region after bombing his country overnight and has now authorized his troops to fire missiles back. It was an inferno. I think you come again, catch us outside. How about that? New Delhi, meanwhile, has said it is prepared to retaliate against Pakistan if it does return fire. Speaking to Pakistan's parliament in Islamabad today, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif said responsibility for ensuing consequences shall likely square away with India. He said the nation stands galvanized and resolute in the face of any further aggression. Fears of an all-out war are growing as Islamabad says India's missile strikes deliberately targeted civilians, killing innocent men, women, and children terrorists in what it branded a cowardly and unlawful act of war. Sharif said the armed forces are now authorized to undertake corresponding actions, vowing to respond at a time and place and manner of its choosing. India insisted it only hit terror infrastructure in a planned operation, striking 9 sites used by militants and denies targeting civilians or military facilities. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer said the UK is encouraging dialogue, de-escalation, and the protection of civilians. His Foreign Secretary David Lammy said, "I have made clear to my counterparts in India and Pakistan that if this escalates further, nobody wins." Strong message. Pakistan claimed to have shot down 5 Indian warplanes in response to the blitz. Fuck you, bloody, fuck you. Heavy gunfire also broke out along the volatile line of control in Kashmir. Pakistan's prime minister branded the strikes an act of war, vowing a forceful response. India's national security advisor, Ajit Doval, has said India has no intent to escalate tensions, but is prepared to retaliate resolutely. We will retaliate resolutely, and then we will call you about your car's expired warranty. If Pakistan does so, the Indian Armed Forces said they had launched Operation Sindoor at infrastructure where terrorist attacks against India have been planned and directed. The strike reportedly killed family members and close associates of the leader of an Islamist militant group, Hashish-e-Mohammed Masood Azhar Amida Isuda Amanda. Again, why the fuck do they have such long names? I've asked this in other videos with Latino people too. It's got to be Medina. Why the fuck do you have such official? Just done. No, but you have to be Hashish, Hahi, Hamad, Masad, Azhar, Haki, Habibi. So anyway, so you've got 2 nuclear powers that are going at it right now, and of course there are concerns about what this could potentially turn into. Here's some video showing some of the strikes, because there was fighting back and forth between India and Pakistan, and then in the north of Kashmir as well. And take a look at some of that.
We have a very grave situation unfolding as we speak. This is one of the most dangerous escalations we've seen between India and Pakistan in years, which, as we've been saying, are not only arch rivals, but are also nuclear-armed nations. Now, tensions have soared over the past 2 weeks between the neighboring countries after gunmen killed 26 civilians, mostly Hindu tourists in Indian-controlled Kashmir. Now, India blames Pakistani-backed militants for the attacks, while Pakistan has denied any responsibility. Since then, both sides have exchanged shelling across what's known as the line of control, or the de facto border that divides the disputed northern Kashmir region. Now tonight, India has launched a wave of missile strikes inside Pakistani territory, hitting what it says are terrorist training camps in 9 locations, including in Punjab, Pakistan's most densely populated province. Now, Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has said his country reserves the right to respond to what he called a warlike act. We're also hearing Pakistan may have shot down an Indian military aircraft, with President Trump saying in the last hour or so that he hopes this all ends quickly.
What we know at the moment are a number of different locations that the Pakistani military are saying have been hit. Some are in Pakistan-administered Kashmir, and some are in Pakistan proper. That represents to the Pakistani military mindset a massive escalation, because it strikes not just in Kashmir region, but in Pakistan proper.
So that's what we've got right now. Two nuclear-armed, very smelly powers fighting each other. One is very reminiscent of Ukraine and Russia. Each one, as far as the propaganda machine goes, each one accusing the other of doing things against the other. So there was this interview. Asmongold was playing it. I'm not going to play the whole thing. It goes on for like 10 minutes or so, where a reporter was speaking to a Pakistani representative who was claiming, "No, we have never had terrorists here. I don't even know how to spell terrorists. Never mind that we have." And she's like, "Well, wasn't Osama bin Laden?" No, I don't know. I don't even heard of that guy. We're all named Osama. It's very difficult. And they're claiming, Pakistan's claiming they don't have any terrorists there at all. They are actively fighting back against them. They fight back against them whenever they can. And the reporter's saying, well, that's not really the case, because we found proof that you've had multiple instances of terrorist groups within Pakistan. So India's claims are true about what they're fighting over there. And then Pakistan is vehemently saying that that's not the case and they don't have it, obviously over-exaggerating and lying about what's going over there. But then, the question is India going too far with some of its strikes as well? So you've got another situation of a reminiscent of a Russia and a Ukraine happening with this border with Pakistan in India. And on the other side of India, you had they were already dealing with escalations on their border between India and China. So who knows if they will be facing an enemy on two sides. A lot of pundits believe that China will not push the issue over here, because a lot of all the other countries' eyes and NATO's eyes are all shifting over to India and Pakistan now. So China's not going to push too much. That remains to be seen, but we'll see what it turns into. But right now, you've got two nuclear powers going at it, and we'll see what it turns into. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think that, when Ukraine and Russia happened, everyone said, well, there it is, World War III, still going on, and that's not it. But are we looking at it now, or just a wider range of conflict happening around the world? You guys let me know in the comments. Thanks once again, for all the new followers. We're over 400. I really appreciate it. Let's get to 1,000. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll have more updates for you guys soon.